Your home doesn't have to look like a gray, lifeless space when winter arrives. I'm Sam from Seniors Gardening Advice, and today I'm showing you the exact houseplants that won't die on you during the coldest, darkest months of the year. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which plants to bring inside right now. Why winter is tough on indoor plants? Let me start by being honest with you. Winter is genuinely challenging for anyone who loves keeping plants alive. The days get shorter, the light becomes dimmer, and our homes get colder. If you live somewhere like Vermont, where I'm from, winters feel endless. The combination of short daylight hours and freezing temperatures makes most people think they have to give up on their plant hobby completely. But here's the good news that keeps me excited about gardening all year long. Some plants absolutely thrive when conditions get tough. These aren't delicate flowers that need constant attention. These are tough, reliable companions that actually prefer cooler weather and lower light situations. Don't forget to subscribe to Seniors Gardening Advice so you never miss these helpful plant tips. Hit that like button if you love keeping your home green year-round, and drop a comment telling me your favorite houseplant. Share this video with someone who thinks they can't grow plants indoors. The joy of year-round indoor gardening. There's something deeply satisfying about caring for living things inside your home. It gives your space purpose and life. When you're at home during long winter months, having plants around creates something meaningful to focus on. It's calming, it's grounding, and honestly, it's cheaper than getting a pet. The emotional benefit is real. When times feel heavy or you need something stable to hold on to, plants provide that quiet, consistent presence. They ask for very little, but give back so much. Fresh oxygen, beauty, and a sense of accomplishment when they grow well under your care. The key is choosing the right plants. Not every houseplant can handle what winter throws at you. That's exactly why I've put together this list of 10 incredible plants that won't just survive winter, they'll genuinely flourish during these months. Important safety note for pet owners. Before I dive into each plant, I need to mention something critical. If you have cats, dogs, or small children in your home, do your research on plant toxicity. Many beautiful indoor plants can be harmful if eaten. This isn't meant to scare you away from growing plants. It's just important information. Always verify whether a plant is safe for your household before bringing it inside.
Plant number 1, the indestructible snake plant. Let me introduce you to the toughest plant on this list. The snake plant is basically the superhero of houseplants. You could forget to water it for weeks while you're traveling, leave it in dim light, and it would still be standing there looking healthy when you return. Here's what makes this plant so incredible. It genuinely wants you to underwater it rather than overwater it. That's the opposite of most plants. The only real mistake you can make with a snake plant is giving it too much water. Soggy soil is the enemy. The maintenance routine is simple. Every so often, check the soil with your finger. If it feels dry when you touch it, give it some water. If it still feels damp, leave it alone for another week or two. The snake plant stores water in its leaves, so it can go extended periods without drinking. In winter, it needs even less water because everything dries more slowly. The appearance is stunning too. These plants grow remarkably tall and have a sleek, modern look that fits in any home style. Whether your place is minimalist or cozy, a snake plant looks right at home. It's not just functional, it's actually beautiful. If you're watching this and you keep killing plants, the snake plant might be your answer. Subscribe to Seniors Gardening Advice for more beginner-friendly plant guides. Drop a comment about which plant is calling your name. Plant number 2, the generous spider plant. The spider plant might be the most rewarding houseplant I've ever owned. Here's why. It's nearly impossible to kill, and it produces babies you can share with friends and family. These plants are forgiving in so many ways. They're happy with moderate light. They don't need tons of sun, but they appreciate some brightness. They like soil that stays slightly damp, so weekly watering usually works well during regular seasons. The watering routine is flexible and doesn't require precision. Winter changes the watering game a bit. Because everything takes longer to dry out in colder months, you can stretch the time between waterings. Feel the soil, and when it's getting close to dry, water it. There's no strict schedule, just pay attention to the plant's needs. Now here's the magic part. Keep a spider plant healthy for several months, and it will start producing little runners with baby plants attached. These baby plants develop their own tiny roots. You can cut them off, place them in soil, and grow new plants. It's genuinely exciting to watch this process, and it means you have instant gifts for friends who want to start their own plant collections. Spider plants are genuinely one of the most satisfying houseplants to grow. You get the reward of success, and you get to spread that joy to other people. Plant number 3, the adaptable Philodendron. Philodendrons come in many different varieties, sizes, and growth patterns. Some trail beautifully from hanging baskets. Others, like the Monstera variety, grow into massive floor plants that become statement pieces in your home. What they all have in common is a complete lack of fussiness. These plants tolerate shade beautifully. If your home doesn't get much natural light, a philodendron won't complain. They actually prefer indirect light rather than direct light, which makes them perfect for winter when sunlight is already limited. The care routine is remarkably simple. Put the plant in a pot with drainage holes. This is important for any house plant, not just philodendrons. Water it every few weeks when the soil feels dry to the touch. Don't water on a strict schedule. Let the soil guide you. Then just watch it grow. Philodendrons reward patience with impressive growth. Mine has become one of my largest houseplants simply because I planted it, maintained it consistently, and didn't overthink the process. They're forgiving of mistakes, which makes them ideal for people still learning how to care for indoor plants. Plant number 4, the universally hardy ZZ plant. The ZZ plant deserves recognition for its incredible ability to adapt to literally any environment, cold or warm, dry or humid, brightly lit or shady. The ZZ plant handles it all with grace. It's almost like this plant was designed specifically for people who can't commit to particular growing conditions. These plants are visually striking. The leaves are deep green and shiny, giving them a polished, elegant appearance. They look expensive and sophisticated, even though they're actually very affordable and require minimal care. Growth is naturally slow, which is actually a benefit. You won't need to repot your ZZ plant frequently. You won't watch it outgrow its space rapidly. It settles into your home as a permanent, stable presence that looks great year after year without demanding much attention. The ZZ plant asks for so little that it's almost awkward. Water it occasionally, give it whatever light situation you have available, and it thrives. If you're someone who feels intimidated by plant care, start with a ZZ plant. It will prove to you that you can successfully grow houseplants. Like this video if you want more plants that work for busy people. Subscribe to Seniors Gardening Advice and share this with anyone who claims they don't have a green thumb. Drop a comment about which plant is calling your name. Plant number 5, the jewel-like jade plant. Jade plants are stunning to look at and equally easy to maintain. These plants grow surprisingly quickly. I'm constantly repotting mine because it just keeps expanding. It's one of those rare plants that rewards good care with visible, rapid growth. Jade plants actually prefer moderate to low light environments. This is important information for winter gardening. If your home doesn't get abundant sunlight, a jade plant is perfect. In fact, if you suddenly expose a jade plant to intense direct sun after keeping it in lower light, the leaves can actually get sunburned. This makes jade plants ideal specifically for winter months when you're bringing plants indoors from outdoor locations. The approach to watering is different from other plants. Only water when the soil feels completely dry. Don't water regularly on a schedule. This plant prefers dry conditions because its leaves store water internally. Think of the thick jade leaves as little water storage tanks. They hold reserves so the plant can go longer between drinks. And here's something magical about jade plants. If a leaf falls off, you can simply lay it on top of moist soil and it will grow roots and develop into a new plant. It's almost like the plant is designed to multiply itself. The process takes patience, but it works, and it's genuinely fascinating to witness.
Plant number 6, the colorful Chinese evergreen. Chinese evergreens are among the most beautiful plants on this list. They come in tremendous variety.
Different colors, different leaf patterns, different sizes. You could create an entire collection just with different Chinese evergreen varieties, and each one would look distinct and lovely. What's surprising about Chinese evergreens is their cold hardiness. Many people assume that tropical-looking plants must be delicate and requiring warmth. Not true for Chinese evergreens. These plants are remarkably tough in cold and dry environments, which makes them excellent winter choices. The main care rule: use well-draining soil and don't overwater. These plants are susceptible to root rot if the soil stays too wet. Make sure your pot has drainage holes. Water when the soil is getting dry, not when it's already bone dry, but also not when it's soggy. One maintenance task that helps: wipe the leaves regularly with a soft, damp cloth. This keeps the foliage clean and prevents pests like spider mites and aphids from establishing themselves. It's a simple action that makes a big difference in plant health and appearance. Plant number 7, the statement maker fiddle leaf fig. Fiddle leaf figs grow into impressive specimen plants. Given time and reasonable care, they'll become massive architectural elements in your home. They're popular enough now that you can even find them at large warehouse stores. One benefit often overlooked: fiddle leaf figs actually purify the air in your home. They absorb odors and filter air naturally. So you're not just adding beauty, you're improving your indoor air quality. That's a genuine health benefit. These plants need minimal intervention to grow large. Think of them as set-and-forget plants if you have basic conditions right. The watering needs are flexible. Some homes are dry enough that a fiddle leaf fig only needs water once a month. Other homes might need watering every 2 weeks. Feel the soil and let it guide your watering decisions. The fiddle leaf fig is another plant that looks expensive and impressive, making your home feel like you've invested serious effort in decoration. But the reality is, these plants are happy with straightforward care. Plant number 8, the drought-tolerant aloe plant. If your home tends to be dry, and if you have a tendency to forget about watering your plants, aloe is the answer. This plant is specifically designed to survive in arid conditions. The thick leaves store water reserves that the plant can access during dry periods. Aloe doesn't need frequent watering. In fact, infrequent watering is exactly what it prefers. The plant can go extended periods between waterings. In winter, when everything is naturally drier, aloe barely needs water at all. The one thing aloe does want is light. Try to position it near a window or in a spot that gets some sun, even if it's just for a few hours daily. Aloe can handle many light conditions, but it genuinely prefers some brightness. This is a practical, low-maintenance plant for people with busy lives. It's affordable, it's forgiving, and it looks interesting without being fussy about its surroundings. Plant number 9, the holiday season Christmas cactus. Christmas cactuses are frequently given as gifts during the winter holiday season, and there are good reasons for this timing. These plants produce beautiful ruby-red flowers when they receive adequate light. But here's the interesting part: they actually prefer being neglected. Yes, you read that correctly. Christmas cactuses thrive when you don't fuss over them too much. That's counterintuitive, but it's true. These plants can withstand full shade and dry room conditions. They're tough in ways most people don't expect. The watering rule is strict. Only water when the soil is completely dry. These plants cannot handle frequent watering. Waterlogging will damage them. So the instruction is simple: water rarely and never water when there's still moisture in the soil. Christmas cactuses flower in sunshine, but they tolerate darkness well. They're perfect for that bedroom corner that doesn't get direct light. During winter, when you want some color and festive feeling in your home, a Christmas cactus delivers exactly that, with minimal effort on your part. Love this plant? Subscribe to Seniors Gardening Advice for seasonal plant guides. Like this video and leave a comment about your favorite winter plant. Share with your gardening friends. Plant number 10, the versatile succulent collection. Succulents deserve special attention because they're not just one plant, They're an entire category of diverse, interesting plants. You can collect many different types, mix and match colors, sizes, and shapes. The variety is genuinely endless. Succulents are fun in ways other plants aren't. You can arrange them together in creative patterns. You can start with variety packs and build your collection over time. Each succulent has its own personality and appearance. The growing conditions are straightforward. Keep succulents in a dry room, ideally on a windowsill where they get some decent light. During winter months, succulents need very little water. Check the soil every month or so, and only water if it feels completely dry. Some months in winter, you might not water at all. As weather warms and you move into spring and summer, you'll gradually increase watering frequency. But during winter, these plants are essentially dormant, waiting for warm season to arrive. Then they'll wake up and resume active growth. Succulents are forgiving, decorative, and genuinely fun to maintain. They're perfect for adding visual interest to shelves, windowsills, and table surfaces throughout your home.
Bringing it all together, you now have 10 solid options for keeping your home green and alive during winter months. None of these plants demand constant attention. None of them need special equipment or extensive knowledge. They're all genuinely forgiving of common mistakes. The common thread connecting all these plants is their tolerance for lower light and cooler temperatures. They're specifically suited to winter conditions. Pick one that calls to you, bring it into your home, and watch how it thrives when other plants struggle. Caring for houseplants during winter isn't just about decoration. It's about maintaining life, beauty, and growth during months when nature outside is dormant. It's about keeping that connection to the living world, even when winter tries to isolate us. Thank you for watching this with me on Seniors Gardening Advice. If this video helped you, please subscribe so you don't miss future plant guides. Like this video to let me know you found it useful. Leave a comment telling me which plant you're excited to try this winter. Share this with your friends and family who want to grow houseplants but think it's too difficult. Winter doesn't have to mean giving up on your plant dreams. These 10 plants prove that with the right choices, you can keep your home thriving all year long. I'm Sam, and I'll see you in the next video.